Good morning, people. Happy Monday. So, I'm just coming to you with a general conversation I was thinking about, and this was put on my heart to speak on this subject because I find that a lot of times I struggle with um, this situation. Not me per se towards other people, but vice versa. Um, why is it so easy for people to look at the negative or the wrong in a person than to look at the positive or look at the message that's coming across that the person is giving? So, I have come to tell you some of the reasons why this happens. So, one of the reasons could simply be because the person is not happy with themselves. Okay. When you're not happy with yourself, you would tend to just look at the negative in other people. It could be something very, very positive. The message is clear of what the person is trying to get across, but that other person would be looking and finding the wrong in the whole message. They wouldn't even get the message. They would just grasp on the negative or the wrong in that message. And it's a few reasons why. They're not okay with themselves. They're struggling with situations in themselves, the reason why they always look at the wrong in other people. And I'm going to give a couple examples of how that happens. Now, just giving a hypothetical example, it could be um, you did a video on something that's going to motivate someone to do. It could be something like a exercise video. It could be like a motivation of just telling someone your story of traumas that you went through in your life, and you're just sharing that video on one of your social media platform, and someone could look at that video, and because the message is so powerful and is sending out a good energy, people would take the negative out of that. They wouldn't even see that you're trying to be a motivator or you're trying to help someone by telling your story. They would just look at, well, why is she telling her business? Or she shouldn't put her business on social media, or people are going to look at her this way or look at her that way. Um, it's not really even about how people look at you. When God put on your heart to do something, you have to follow it. That's just it. Because one, you can be helping someone else by giving your story, by telling your story, whether it's about abuse, whether it's about addictions. It could just be about anything that you might be struggling with in life, and you give someone that message, and you can be able to help, even if it's just one person. And so, with a negative person, they would not see the message of you just trying to put out your story to help someone else. They would just see, that I'm putting my business out, or she shouldn't be telling people what happened to her. My life is an open book, okay? And God have put on my heart to be able to share my story as to what my life is like. You have to look back and see that, wow, I'm not where I was. Everybody could look back and they say, wow, I remember where I was. I remember what I went through. I remember the things that happened to me. And so, in order for you to be a blessing to someone else, you should tell your story. Not everybody is comfortable with it, but you could be helping someone else. You could be stopping the cycle of, it could be someone abused you as a child. It could be sexual abuse. It could be domestic violence. It could be alcoholism, drugs. It could be anything that you could tell your story and someone could look at that and get something positive from it that can help them. And so that's why I feel like, we are obligated to not say it's not my business. I'm going to give an example of being in a domestic violent relationship. And the only reason why I can give that information is because you're looking at someone that have been in a domestic violent situation for many, many years. And no one knew about it. I hid it very, very well. My family didn't know. Close people that was in my circle did not know because I hid it because I thought that it was my business and my business alone. I felt that I have gotten myself into it and that I should be the one to get myself out of it. And I did not want to put anybody else in a situation that they could probably get hurt or killed. So I just hid it very, very good. And a lot of times when I was being abused, people would be just standing on the sideline looking. Um, it was one moment where I was outside um, and I was being abused, and it was a sigh of relief just to see people walking, passing where I was at. And I said, wow, okay, in my head, that these people were going to help me. But to my surprise, they had that mentality of, it's not my business. So what they did was that they just looked and they just kept on walking. Um, I felt hopeless. I felt afraid. I felt like, wow, nobody even cared. Um, Not that I wanted them to come and intervene, but um, anything would help. But I'm just saying, leave that girl alone, or even if you didn't want to get involved with that because you was too afraid that it would cause a situation to you, you could have just simply walked away and just called the police and just told them the location of the incident, and nobody would have known that it was you that called the cops. But again, people feel like it's not their business to intervene because it's a couple, because it's, it could be people that are abusing their children in the street, and it's just a cry out to help. When you see that situation, that the least you can do is call the authority to get that person out of that situation. And people just feel like it's not their business. And me, as being a domestic violent person, um, I feel it's my business. It's my business to tell my story. It's a business to intervene, not on a physical level where I'm going to go and approach someone and say, oh, leave that person alone. But it's my business, if I see that happening, to call the authorities, even if I just stop it for that day, for that moment, for that second. Even if the person is going to go back to the abuser, I did my part. I stopped it, because it's nothing like feeling hopeless and feeling sad and feeling the pain of no one caring enough to intervene. And so that's why I'm sharing my story. I can go deeper into depths of why I feel like I'm feeling, but I'm going to leave it as that, and then I will return with another video being a little bit more detailing of my situation. And so, guys, only thing I'm saying is that um, don't look at the negative in a message that someone tell. They might not be as articulate as another person that can speak. They may not, they may get stage scared or camera frightened or whatever the case is. They're not as comfortable as others would be in front of a camera. But don't look at that. Look at what the message is. Listen to what they are trying to get across to you. Take that. Don't look at they're making mistakes in their videos. They are not speaking properly, but listen to the message of what they're trying to get across to you. You can learn a lot from a person if you listen. And so, guys, I just figured that I would just hop on here and just give this message because it was on my heart to do, and not look at the negative in what a person is saying, but always try to see the positive of what the message is, you know. So I hope that this video was very, very helpful to anyone that's watching it. If you did get anything out of this video, give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my channel and share this video. And again, you don't have to take my advice up to what I said, but it's all about helping one another. It's all about educating one another, and it's all about being together for one another, uniting for one another, and helping one another, because someone helped me in certain situations. And so I am just going to be here to give my message and try to help someone else that might be going through a similar situation that I did. And then maybe by them looking at this video, they would say, wow, yes, it is my business. I saw this the other day. I should have intervened, but I didn't. But the next time I see it, I will. And if you did that, then that means that I did something. Okay, and so that's the only thing that I'm trying to get across to you guys. So I love you guys so, so very much. I thank you for watching this video, and I have more videos to come. So stay tuned to my channels. Again, give it a thumbs up, please, and subscribe to my channel. If you have any contests that you want me to talk about, then just write it in the comment section below, and I will review it, and then I will come on and give the context of what you suggested. Okay, I love you guys so very much, and pray for me as well as I pray for you, and I will be seeing you guys soon. Peace.